here is cooked, boiled down, and I let it sit for at least 20 minutes so that all that juice in it can go in my liquid here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna empty this yumminess in my pot here. See if you can see. Yeah, I'm just gonna empty all this water in there. That's why I'm gonna be cooking the rest of this soup. If I can get it in. Alright, empty all the water in, then I'm gonna take all these bones and things that are not supposed to be in here. I'm gonna take it out and then drop it in my pot here. And I'm gonna do everything like this, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna set it back on the stove and let it cook again. I mean, it's African meal. It's all about cooking again and again all day. Get all the bones out. You don't want to have any tiny little bone in your throat. That would not be fun. I should put it in here. Stay a little bit hot, but we African, we used to hot. We tolerate hot heat. It's not like it's not burning. It is, but I got used to handling heat and hot things. If you ask any African or any Liberian for to be per se, it does burn, but we just tolerate it. Yeah. And this is how I'm gonna do everything. Put it in here, and I'm gonna put that pot on the fire. Let that pot boil again with all the rest of the ingredients. And the what they call it, stock here from the Part4 bony and dry fish. It was already seasoned, so it's already tasting really good. And that's why you want to use the same water that you use to parboil your meat when you're cooking. You want to use the same water. You don't want to throw that water away. I have my turkey. Put my turkey in. Now this turkey, I myself smoked this turkey, and I have it in my freezer for months. And the flavor that this turkey brings, oh my word, so good. Just like the fish, the dry fish, so much flavor. Look at this bone. I'm not going to be throwing this bone away. I'm gonna put it in my pot here, and I'm gonna let it cook with my soup. I'm just gonna break it out into pieces and let it cook with my soup. It just brings out the flavor so good. It's good. Get all the bones out. Spot. It is hot, hot, hot. So if you are not a fan of heat and you don't, or maybe you don't like heat, make sure you let this water sit, this pot sit down on the stove. Turn the stove off and let it get really cool before you start to do this. For me, I'm used to doing it. I did it since I was a little girl. You're not gonna tell your mother that the pot is hot so you can't take the pot down from the stove. Not even stove, but firewood. Can't do that. You looking for a piece of cloth or towel to hold the pot with? Your mom's gonna spank you on the butt and say, "Come on, take that thing down, lazy." So we learned it the hard way. It's embedded in us. Well, for me it is. I don't know about others. Because I started making food when I was 12 years old. I started making real meal. Cooking real meal. My mom was so busy, she didn't have time to cook. She had to go to the market, what we call fair here. She had to go there to sell stuff. She used to sell clothes, and that's what was paying our school fees and feeding us. So she never had time to stay home to cook. She had only one day of the week to stay home, and that was on Sunday. And on Sunday, when she stays home and she's cooking, you better be in the kitchen with her. Because my mom, when she's cooking, she just sit down. The fire is lit up and sitting in front of her, and she's sitting on a little stool. And she will sit on that stool until the food is all cooked. My mom's not getting up. So guess what? Who's bringing everything else? Me or my little sister. Everything my mom wants, so prepare that food. We would be the one to bring it. And if my mom get up, that means the food is done. I used to be so mad about that. But now that I'm looking back, I'm grateful that I did that, because it just made me the woman that I am today. When it's time to turn take the pot off the firewood, I'm gonna be the one taking it off the firewood, not my mom. She would just call me and say, "Hey, this food is ready. Come and take the pot down." So I would say we cooked the food. Me and my sister, we cooked the food, and my mom just sit there and tell us how to. And because of that, I can make any dish. Any dish. I can cook any food. And I just feel it was a blessing. Today, I can make my own meal for my own family, and I'm grateful that I have. My mom taught me those, values. You don't gonna be lazy. That's what she said. You don't want to be lazy. When you're married, you have to make sure your house is clean, food is cooked and well cooked, not just cooked, but well cooked. Then when your family eat it, they will want to eat more. You know, you don't want to cook and then your family say, oh, you know what, let's go get pizza after you made our meal all day. And I'm so grateful that my mom didn't give up on me and my sister. Even my older brother knows how to cook. Oh yeah. Man, woman, you will be cooking in the kitchen. So I can cook anything. And now that I am in the States, I watch a lot of food videos and shows. Jeez. There's a show on TV that cook all food. And I'm not gonna call their name because they don't pay me to call their name. But geez, I watch that show every day, all day. And that even made me a better cook because I can tweak my cooking. And look here, we have recipe books that we can look into to make dinner or meal. But in Liberia, we don't have that thing available. Recipe book is all in your head. And do not make mistake, because you'll be in big trouble. Jeez. There's no such thing. Recipe book. You should remember what your mother taught you. And say, oh mom, where's the recipe book? There is no recipe book. We just cook. And it's always perfect every single time. Every single time. There's no mistakes. Because you learn to not make mistake when you're cooking. We don't do that. No mistake. No too much salt. No too much whatever. You gotta get it right the first time. Alright, so all my dry fish and dry bone is all in the pot there. So I got all the bones out. So I'm gonna set this pot back on the stove and let it cook mainly so my okra in there can cook. Because I want to blend my okra and put it in my tteokbokki because I don't want to see the okra when I'm eating. That's what my mom would say. I don't want to see that okra. Okay guys, watch out for the next video. So this is part 3. Let's do this. Now let's put the soup, the pot of ingredients on the stove. I'm gonna let this cook for at least let's say about 20 minutes. I'm gonna let this cook on medium low heat because I don't want all that goodness of stuff to dry out because I want to put in my tteokbokki while I have water in there.